Something shocking is happening behind closed doors in Los Angeles, and it's something that could change the Lakers forever. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The Lakers just held a private, exclusive meeting with Luka Doncic. But what truly caught everyone off guard was who wasn't there. LeBron James. That's right. The face of the franchise, the man who brought a championship back to LA, was left out of a critical conversation about the team's future. And that's not a mistake. It's a message. Because the Lakers aren't just thinking about today. They're thinking about tomorrow. And tomorrow, in their eyes, belongs to Luka Doncic. Let's go back a bit. Just before the trade deadline, the Lakers pulled off a stunning move. They traded for Luka Doncic, one of the most electrifying young stars in the league. It was a bold decision, but one that clearly signals a changing of the guard. LeBron is still great. No doubt about it. At 40 years old, he's still one of the top 15 players in the world. But greatness doesn't stop time. And the Lakers know that LeBron's chapter is coming to a close, sooner than later. That's why this private meeting with Luka Doncic is so important. According to an ESPN report, Lakers management recently held a one-on-one meeting with Doncic. No cameras, no distractions, and no LeBron. During that meeting, the Lakers laid out everything. Their vision for the future, their plans for the roster, and most importantly, how they're going to build this team around Luka Doncic. They weren't subtle. They made it clear. Luka Doncic isn't just a piece of the puzzle. He is the puzzle. The entire structure of the Lakers moving forward will revolve around him. And that raises a huge question. Where does LeBron fit into all of this? The answer: he's still a massive part of the present, but no longer part of the long-term conversation. Think about it. LeBron James is nearing the end of his legendary career. He's not the guy you call into a room to plan 5 years down the line. And for the first time since arriving in Los Angeles, LeBron isn't the most important voice in the room. It's a tough pill to swallow, even for someone as accomplished as LeBron. And based on a recent statement from his agent, Rich Paul, this shift might be happening a little faster than he expected. And maybe even faster than he's comfortable with. Still, the Lakers aren't just throwing away the present. They believe they can win right now, with both Luka Doncic and LeBron on the floor. But the key: the pieces around them have to fit perfectly. This team needs depth. It needs shooting. It needs defense. And every move they make will now be based on maximizing Luka Doncic's potential. Since putting on the purple and gold, Luka Doncic has wasted no time showing why the Lakers made this move. He's averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game, all while shooting 43.8% from the field and nearly 38% from beyond the arc. He's young, he's hungry, and he's ready. And while LeBron is still the king, Luka Doncic is being crowned as the next ruler of LA basketball. This isn't just a passing of the torch. This is a power shift. A carefully calculated transition from the LeBron era to the Luka Doncic era. The Lakers are no longer trying to delay the future. They're embracing it. And the meeting without LeBron? It wasn't a snub. It was a symbol. A symbol that the franchise has made up its mind. The Lakers are planning for the next 5, maybe even 10 years. And Luka Doncic is the franchise player they're putting their trust in. Now, all eyes are on LeBron. How will he respond to this shift? Will he accept his role as a mentor and contributor in Luka Doncic's team? Or will the tension begin to rise as the torch is passed faster than anyone imagined? One thing is certain. The future has arrived in Los Angeles. And his name is Luka Doncic. So, what's going to happen to Bronny James once LeBron James is no longer a Laker? It's the question on everyone's mind. Right now, the Lakers are living in a transitional moment, caught between two timelines. On one side, you have 40-year-old LeBron James, still one of the most respected and skilled players in the NBA, trying to push this team toward one last championship run. On the other side, you have Luka Doncic, the newly acquired superstar and clear building block for the future of the franchise. It's no secret anymore. LeBron is the present. Luka Doncic is the future. But as that future gets closer, Some difficult conversations are beginning to happen inside the Lakers front office. And one of those conversations involves Bronny James. Let's be real, Bronny wasn't drafted purely for basketball reasons. He was picked to make history, to share the NBA court with his father, something that's never been done before. The moment was emotional, powerful, even magical. But now that the dust is settling, the business side of the NBA is starting to take over. What happens to Bronny after LeBron is gone? Because make no mistake, LeBron will leave soon. Whether it's by trade, which has already been rumored, or retirement, which is coming sooner than later. The end of the LeBron era in Los Angeles is near. And when that day comes, Bronny's position on this team might not be as secure as people think. According to John Hollinger of The Athletic, unless Bronny earns a real spot in the Lakers' rotation next season, there's a strong possibility the team decides not to keep him. That's not just speculation. That's coming from a respected voice with inside knowledge. Why? Because LeBron James only has one guaranteed year left on his contract. Once that year is up, and if LeBron is no longer a Laker, the franchise won't feel obligated to keep Bronny around. The emotional connection will be gone. And the pressure to maintain the father-son storyline will disappear with it. The Lakers will shift their full attention to building around Luka Doncic. And Bronny will have to stand on his own merit. That's the brutal reality of the NBA. And so far, the numbers haven't been kind to Bronny. In his rookie season, he averaged just 2.3 points, 0.7 rebounds, and 0.8 assists per game. He shot 31.3% from the field and 28.1% from three-point range. Those are not stats that guarantee anyone a spot in a championship-level rotation. Especially not on a team that's shifting its identity from the LeBron era to the Doncic era. But here's what makes Bronny's situation even more difficult. He's not just any rookie. He's the son of LeBron James, arguably the greatest player of all time. And that comes with massive expectations. Unfair comparisons. Constant scrutiny. People don't see Bronny for what he is, a young player still finding his game. They see him as LeBron's son, and they expect greatness immediately. To Bronny's credit, he said all the right things. He's admitted that his path is his own, not his father's. He wants to earn everything, and he's never leaned on the James name to move forward. But whether he likes it or not, he can't escape the shadow. And now, with LeBron nearing the end, that spotlight is burning even brighter. The Lakers, meanwhile, are under pressure of their own. They want to win now, while LeBron is still producing at a high level. But they also want to prepare for the future, where Luka Doncic becomes the undisputed leader of the team. That means hard decisions, tough roster calls, and cutting ties with players who don't contribute. It's nothing personal. It's just the nature of the league. If Bronny can step up, if he can take a leap in development, improve his shooting, defense, decision-making, and show he can contribute on both ends of the court, then he has a real shot. But if not, the Lakers may move on. And without LeBron around to vouch for him, to create space, to fight for his son's place, Bronny will be just another young player fighting for limited minutes on a roster chasing a title. Now, this doesn't mean Bronny's NBA journey ends in LA. If things don't work out with the Lakers, other teams may still take a chance on him. He's young. He has upside. He plays hard. And he carries the weight of being LeBron's son with remarkable maturity. But in Los Angeles, the expectations are sky high. The spotlight is unforgiving. And the team is moving fast toward a new identity, one built around Luka Doncic, not LeBron James, and certainly not sentimentality. So now the clock is ticking for Bronny James. Can he rise to the occasion and prove he belongs, not because of his last name, but because of his game? Or will his time in Los Angeles come to an end the moment his father walks away? One thing is clear. The Lakers are planning for the future. And it's up to Bronny to prove whether he's part of it, or just a footnote in the final chapter of the LeBron James era. Something big might be brewing in Los Angeles. And no, this isn't just another off-season rumor. We're talking about a potential three-team blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the entire NBA, a deal that involves LeBron James, a return to Miami, and a massive shakeup to the Lakers' future. Let's unpack everything. The clock has been ticking on LeBron James' time in LA for a while now. And according to trusted insiders Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, the Lakers might already be looking ahead, beyond the king. The big news. For the first time in years, the Lakers chose not to engage in serious extension talks with LeBron. That's right. No new contract. No long-term commitment. Just silence. And that silence might mean one thing. The end is near. So where does that leave LeBron? Well, that's where things get wild. Sports Illustrated's Jackson Caudell just proposed a bold, three-team trade between the Lakers, Miami Heat, and Atlanta Hawks. And if this actually happens, we could be witnessing the beginning of a new chapter in NBA history. Here's how this potential trade breaks down. LeBron James heads back to Miami, reuniting with the franchise that helped define his legacy. Alongside him, the Heat would also receive Maxi Kleber and Vit Krejci. The Lakers, in return, land Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, Haywood Highsmith, Jamie Jaquez Jr., and an unprotected 2029 first-round pick. And the Hawks, who helped facilitate the deal, pick up Gabe Vincent. Now let's focus on what this means for Los Angeles. Losing LeBron James is never ideal. But if the team is ready to transition into the Luka Doncic era, then this trade might be the first real step in that direction. Wiggins, a former #1 overall pick, would instantly give the Lakers another legitimate two-way player. He's under contract through 2027 on a $109 million deal and brings championship experience, strong defense, and the ability to play off the ball, all perfect for a system built around Doncic. And there's more. Terry Rozier, despite being in the final year of his deal, is still a spark plug scorer who can come off the bench or start when needed. Highsmith is a defensive ace, someone who could immediately become one of the Lakers' best perimeter stoppers. Jamie Jaquez Jr. had a standout rookie season in Miami, and new head coach J.J. Redick may be the perfect voice to unlock his next level. And let's not overlook the 2029 first-round pick, an unprotected asset that could be incredibly valuable down the line. It's not just a trade, it's a strategic pivot. A calculated move toward a younger, more balanced core around Luka Doncic, and the clearest sign yet that the Lakers are ready to turn the page. But what about LeBron? Why would the Heat want him back? Well, why not? LeBron brought Miami 2 championships. He knows the system. He still plays at an elite level. And alongside Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and coach Eric Spoelstra, LeBron could very well chase one final ring before calling it a career. A reunion in South Beach wouldn't just make sense, it would make headlines. And in the middle of it all, the Atlanta Hawks quietly benefit, snagging a tough, playoff-tested guard in Gabe Vincent to bolster their backcourt rotation. But let's go back to what this really means for the Lakers. According to Windhorst and Shelburne, LeBron's agent Rich Paul had to formally notify the Lakers that LeBron would pick up the final year of his contract. Why? Because the front office made zero effort to extend him, something they'd always done in years past. That was the turning point. The Lakers had already made their statement, they reported. They're not planning beyond this season with LeBron. For the first time, his time as the face of the Lakers has a scheduled end date, even if his NBA career doesn't. Let that sink in. LeBron James, the man who brought a title back to LA in the bubble. The man who passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer, could be walking away from the Lakers in spring 2026. And the franchise is preparing for that reality now. The keys are slowly being handed to Luka Doncic. A new system is being built. And this trade, it might be the final puzzle piece in that transition. Wiggins and Doncic could be a deadly duo on both ends of the floor. Add in Reeves, Jaquez, Rozier, Highsmith, and future assets, and the Lakers are suddenly young, versatile, and dangerous. Of course, this trade is still just a proposal. But all the signs are pointing in one direction. The LeBron era in Los Angeles is nearing its final chapter. And the Lakers? They're already writing the next one. The only question now is, will they make the move, or hold on a little longer to the past? Either way, the clock is ticking. And the NBA world is watching.